See, a lot of guys. See, a lot of guys aren't on monk mode. They're just on drought.
I want to say this. I want to talk about monk mode here in a second, Alfie. So I do approve of monk mode and I don't approve of it in two ways, but I'm going to give you some context. A lot of guys say I'm going monk mode, right? To study and to do this and do that, but they're not getting pussy at all. Right? They're like, I got to go monk mode and focus on other stuff. Let me put pussy on the back burner. But as a man, when you put pussy on the back burner, there's no putting pussy on the back burner. It's always going to fucking eat away at you. Your DNA is going to be like, hey, you need to be fucking. You need to go and get some fucking pussy right now. And how important do you think it is, like, for guys like to not put this part of their life aside and really get this part of their life sorted out?
You definitely need to sort it out and get your reps in, get your experience in. Even like with the monk mode, like, see, the thing is, and me and Dre talked about this too. It's more impactful when you're leaving the game. See, a lot of guys. See, a lot of guys aren't on monk mode. They're just on drought. Let's keep it
Right.
real.
Right.
They're on drought, and they just like they're on their purpose. They're on their purpose, so that's saying, "Oh, you, where your rotation? Where your plates at? Oh, I'm on my purpose right now." So that's the code word for I ain't got none. So they use it. That's the code word. What's this Saturday night, bro? What you doing? You up chilling? Oh, I'm just on my purpose right now. So that's the code word for nah, I ain't got shit going on. So it's more impactful. Because remember, Jay, we were talking. I was saying, you know what? If it's in, you gotta it's like a sacrifice. It's the sacrifice part of it that makes you
Right.
take it more serious. If you're not sacrificing anything, then you're not doing anything.
Right.
You know, you're not doing nothing. So you got to get you just got to know. Like I tell guys, you know, this is the thing. See, dudes be feeling like I say in videos, like the relationship is not the touchdown, it's not the end zone. It's where the game starts. So unless you're like a chess player and you happen to meet your other half who's a chess player who's super into you too, or some weird shit, when you get the woman you like, you have to know how to deal with her. And you know how to deal with her by dealing with other women. You got to learn stuff. You got to learn attraction. Just because a woman is good for me and I meet her today and her interest can be high and all of this stuff, doesn't mean that I still got to know. When she's in a bad mood, I got to know how to fix it. Certain things, body gestures, just shit women say that's really, they think they only say it, but it's really the stuff that they all say. You just know it from dealing with other women. So it's like, it's just like you don't get your dream car first. You learn how to drive other cars, other shit, stick shift. Then when you get your car, the dream car, you know how to maneuver it. If somebody stuck me behind a Lamborghini when I got my license, I'd fucking crash that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's what my back in the day player Supreme told me. Like, get yourself a starter hoe, bro. Let me tell you something. When I was 21, there was this big Dominican girl, bro. She was like 240 pounds.
Whew.
And she had fucking them hairy Dominican girl arms, bro. And you're from Florida, you know what I'm talking about, Dre. And you know what? I was like, I just gotta figure it out. I said, I'm totally gonna do it, bro. And I fucking text her. She came over. I smashed her the first night, right? Had sex. It was a good time. She was definitely appreciative of it. And fucking just check that fucking box right off. And then you learn from it. You learn even when you, like I always say, you gotta slay a couple dragons before you get to the princess.
Right.
And
It's good to practice though.
Look,
yeah,
even,
and
now,
a win is a win. A win is a win.
Like I even sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I entertain fours and fives sometimes. Just I ain't gonna be caught out with it. But like to test new shit like that I know I don't want around, like, because I'm always testing new shit to say, testing new shit to do and shit. And sometimes I practice on hoes like that. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can do shit and it run hoes off. And not that I care if it's run off or not, but it's just like when you practice, they take you in the NBA and you practice. You don't practice you practice amongst yourself, but you're not practicing, elite level motherfuckers. When you scrimmaging and shit like that, they take you to some fucking college team or some shit like that, or when you got a scrimmage, you don't when Floyd Mayweather is sparring, right? When
Yep.
Floyd Mayweather is sparring, he not sparring Pacquiao, he's sparring some bum, that's below him, but he just getting his reps in, practicing new shit, practice, he may learn some new shoulder rolls, and he use it on the guy that he's sparring. So I'm not saying get yourself into a loop to where you fucking bitches that's not really attractive to you, but practice on the average chicks, practice on the chicks who, you may not see a future with. Practice on those, get out there and get your experience. You're naturally going to want to start leveling up anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Guys always be like, oh no, just only fuck dimes. And that's a different ball game, bro. Like,
it's not real too. It's not real. Right. It's not real. The guy who says I only fuck 9s and 10s, he's full of shit. He's
he only dates. He may only date seriously 9s or 10s, but in the background, he's slaying him some dragons. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah. No, there's no guy out there and that's the thing. I think a lot of guys have this idealistic approach, and honestly, it's very feminine energy when you're like afraid to take risk, right? A real man, you shoot first and you ask questions later, right? Like my motto is, if I'm a bounty hunter, I kick down the fucking door, I shoot everybody, and then I sort through the bodies. Like, okay, where's the motherfucker I need? You know what I mean? And that's I'm not saying literally, obviously, I'm not endorsing violence or anything, but what I'm trying to say is like that's the masculine.